So you guys can see happy pigs, and their pool is still here. Those two pigs over there, not so happy. Those piglets, I'm pretty sure, under the fence over here, went out into the pasture, went over there, came into the chicken run right next to the coop there. There's a little hole that I have for the chickens to get in, and now they got themselves stuck there. So you can see Scout is none too pleased about it. I don't know if he wants to help them or eat them. Either way would be fine. Oh, they figured their way out. See, they made it back around. Maybe pigs are smart. Anyway, I'm going back inside. I stopped over the Pratt's house after the hootenanny. I'll insert a photo right here of what their sunflowers looked like. Mine, which I got from them, not quite the same. Mine are about 3 feet tall and not yet forming flowers. Again, they're kind of on the outer edge of where the water can get to, and I haven't done a whole lot with him. Mike did a great job of putting down soaker hoses and stuff like that this year, and we had a really long dry spell. So Mike's better than me, is what I guess I'm saying. Anyway, the asparagus looks good. The beans are still looking good. I gotta check and see if there's any beans for me to pick, but I just figured I'd come down here. What I really came down here for was I want to check the orchard. I know there's some dead trees. I know there's some trees that are not doing that well, and I'll probably replace next year, like dead tree. This tree's alive, but you can see there's, I don't know if this is called rust. There's something on it, and no apples. This tree actually looks okay, but it got bent over somehow, so I'll need to see if I can get it pushed back up. So there's just, several trees that need to be replaced. Same thing like this one, Honeycrisp. Doesn't look good, and I'm gonna need to trim off the top because it's dying. It does look like there are a couple apples over on this tree over here. Most of these trees are 2 or 3 years old, so you can see this. Here's a pear. That's cool. That's always good. There's some fruit on this one too. Here's one right here. You guys can see that right there. So there's stuff growing, just not as fast as I'd like, but I always want it to happen like right now. So we'll keep growing and we'll see what happens in the next couple years. Hi, dude. No. So we've got lots of milkweed here. I don't know if you guys can see. The honeybees absolutely love it. And it smells really good. The honeybees are all over down here. And you can see it's growing right here. It's always grown in this spot. And the first couple of years, I actually pulled it out and would throw it to the sheep before finding out that too much of it is toxic for sheep. Good news is they knew that and didn't eat it. But it smells really good, but it's kind of taken over. You can see back over there, well, maybe you can't even see. There's some zucchini and not pepper, but cucumber plants in there that I've got to get out. This is the jungle that is my garden. Okay guys, I don't know if you can see, but there's purple beans right in there. And there's a big one right there. And there's actually some green beans over here too. I haven't been down here to check much, but we've actually got some beans. We might have some beans with dinner tonight. Okay guys, the baby is sleeping. And since we got that day of soaking rain, the grass is kind of sort of starting to green up just a little bit. It's still pretty brown, but it's starting to grow again. But the weeds have gone nuts. You can see the weeds are starting to get long. They were growing a little bit even when we didn't have rain, but now that we've gotten rain, there's a lot of weeds growing. So Aquaman actually came out here, and I don't know if you can tell, but he mowed one strip on the outside and one strip on the inside of the electric fence. I'm gonna go grab the electric weed whip, trimmer, whatever you want to call it. and trim underneath that because I think it's been grounding out the fence. So I'm going to trim that so I can turn the fence back on. Although the piglets really haven't gone out. Once they learn that that could shock them, they really don't mess with it anymore. So it's not a huge deal, but I'd like to have it on. So I'm going to go do that. Okay guys, so since the baby's sleeping, I showed you the jungle earlier. I'm going to use this. I'm going to trim as close as I feel comfortable to the vegetables, and then I'll come down here, and where there's space I'll use the mower. But let's get started with this. So you guys saw this worked pretty well, even in 3-foot high grass. The one thing that happened was this part right here loosened up. I don't know if you can see that. It's coming off again. I need to slide this on better and tighten down this screw, and I think we'll be good. So I'm gonna go inside and do that now. Okay, so it was literally as simple as tightening this screw right here by my thumb. All it needed to be done was tighten down. At least I think so. We'll find out when I get down there and start using it again. But I have to say I'm pretty impressed. It was going through that grass that's probably 3 feet tall without too much trouble. While I was up in the barn, I grabbed a new battery, put the one that I was using on a charger, and should be good. Like I said, I've been able to have pretty good success being able to use it almost continuously by doing that, by just using the 2 batteries and rotating them. So I'm going to finish this up. Then there's a short in the electric fence that I think is being caused someplace over there. So I'll take you along when I go do that. Well, I'm out of trimmer wire. I think I'm going to name this episode When Good Gardens Go Bad. Had every intention of getting out here and weeding, and then life gets away from you. You can see, like I was trimming around here, there's cucumbers and cucumbers and cucumbers, but they're like buried in 3 feet of weeds. And my zucchinis are over here, buried in weeds. I love that hula hoe, but yeah, I just didn't get out here enough with it. So the good news is stuff is still growing. I think there might even be a volunteer watermelon plant someplace in here that is trying to make a go of it. So this right here, probably not the ideal tool to be using to weed your garden. I guess if you want to feel good about your garden, no matter how bad it is, you could watch me dealing with mine. I'm cool with that. Okay, let's go see if we can find that short. So, of course, Prudy's gonna come over probably and see what's going on. I think, oh, here's one. I saw one over there, I thought, but see, here's what happens. Birds land on this. You guys see that? Birds land on it and it gets caught on the fence. So if I put it up like that, we're good. What I can do is I can try to see if I can grab enough. Oh, there's not enough slack here. Sometimes you can get enough slack to kind of wrap it around, but I can't get that. So, such is life. We'll just move on. Okay, with 2 hands and not holding the camera, I was able to do it. See? I've just got it wrapped around here once, just to take up some of the slack. So that will make this tighter. So hopefully, when birds land on it, it doesn't sag all the way down to the fence. Man, we went like a really long time without any shorts in the fence, and then there's like 3 of them. Look, there's one right here too. See, just sagged under the fence. There's that one. And I thought there's another one over here. So I don't know if the birds are just becoming more active or if they're more active because it was raining, but there's 3 spots here where it was just tucked under the fence like that. And I don't want to so it just gets tucked under like that. And then if I come over, go like that, we're good again. So let's go test the fence and see if we're back in business. Okie doke. Let's see what happens. Ow, got zapped. Yep, we're good. See that right there? I was leaning on it. It's a good idea not to be leaning on the electric fence when you turn it on. I'm fine. Fine, I swear. Seriously, I'm good. I'm going to the house. Hey guys, what you're about to see is some clips from end of season barbecue for our kids' swim team. It was a lot of fun. One of the families was kind enough to host us, and they had a lake and a trampoline out in the middle of the lake. It was so much fun. So I hope you guys enjoy the clips, and thanks so much for watching. See you guys in the next one.